Yeah, and you also were one of the first artists I remember, like, really kind of people finding on Spotify.
Yeah. When that shit was lit.
Yeah, like I think it was when Tuma was running things. And there was like early rap caviar. Like I remember you, like a lot of people, like that's. I think that might be. I think I'd heard of you, but I think I really like got hip to the music just because you were on. I forget what playlist it was, but you were
Rap
like
Caviar, today's top hits. I mean, when those playlists mattered, you know what I mean. Now it's just like whatever. Like,
yeah, I feel like the playlists nowadays are like. I don't know, man. You know, I always say that the blog era was the shit back in the day because there were gatekeepers, but at least they had good taste, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Yo, it's so funny, man. I just ran into this dude, Mecca. Remember Two Dope Boys?
Of course, Two Dope Boys. It's my boy. Yeah.
Shout out to Mecca, man. I just ran into him. I did an interview. They got this new thing called Crate Diggins.
Yeah, it was Mecca and Shake from Two Dope Boys.
Yeah, so shout out to Shake. Shout out to Mecca. I mean, yeah, you're right. You just said it. Like they had taste. Nowadays, it's just like people buying slots and stuff, you know?
Or it's just like numbers. It's like... what's the algorithm, and then there's like, okay, how much of this is like, because everybody who, like, at the end of the day, like if you're on a major label for the most part and you're like a major priority, there is like some level of like inflating the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, all the numbers is fake, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be up here sounding like Russ and shit, but like, you know, the reality is a lot of the shit is fake, a lot of the shit is bootleg, and you know, it's not like you can't see it. You like search the numbers on your laptop, you see like why is like 20 million people listening to this artist in Bangladesh. Like, why are they so popping in the Philippines?
Or
like,
in fucking like, you know, Estonia, Russia, something crazy.
Yeah, well, I can't say now. Russia is lit because, you know, we sold 15,000 tickets in Russia. You know what I mean? Wow. So, you know, Russia is really streaming.
What year was this?
I don't even remember.
Was this middle of the conflict? I don't know. I just try to figure that out.
No.
How was the travel over
there? It was back in the day. But yo, my manager did get taken and pushed aside. They had it because his passport had a rip in it, so he had to wait for us to be finished with the show. Yeah, it was kind of stressful over there. But you know, the fan base in Russia, Germany. Like when I did Germany, I was opening up for Playboy Cardi. I was on tour with Cardi, and those kids, they just love the underground shit. They don't really care about like the #1 song and this and that. Like you're not really listening to the stuff Americans are listening to over there. They like Suicide Boys. They like Lil Peep and shit like that. You know, Bones. So
shout out to Bones.
Yeah.
It's crazy too because like a lot of fans, I feel like they've been programmed to like, you know, come up with an opinion on an artist or a song based on what their profile on Spotify looks like. Like if you open up someone's Spotify profile and they only have like, I don't know, 10,000 monthly listeners, you're like, man, this shit ain't it. Like, I feel like it's a thing.
I mean, you know, the problem is
instead of finding artists
the problem is people are listening with their eyes, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And not their ears. And it's sad because, you know, you see the situation we in now, it's like music has become so accessible, people don't respect it, and it's terrible. Back in our day, I mean, I'm talking about me. I mean, we the same age probably. You
I'm
know,
38.
I'm 34. Okay. Like, same shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you waited online, you grabbed the CD, you opened it up, you read the lyrics, you cared about it, you cared about what the artist had to say, the package and everything, and it made you feel something. Like when you held the CD, you're like, this hard work, I got this shit, you know what I mean? But now it's like shit comes out at 12, you just go skim through it, and then they fucking judge you based on one listen. They skim right through it,
and they'll do like some of these streams are just so cringy, bro.
Oh my god, dude.
I saw, and I you know, I got love for the Nelk boys, but I saw Kyle from Nelk and Aiden Ross trying to talk about the Drake Kendrick beef, and it was like watching two blind people talk about a painting. It was hilarious.
I mean, what Tyler the Creator say recently? He said some people don't deserve a mic, or like some people should not be able to.
Especially when it comes to like certain shit, it's like, yo, man, like y'all talk about, I don't know what the fuck they talk about, but you know, just like leave the rap shit alone. But no, it's interesting. Like, it's definitely a thing because back then, like even if an album sucked, you spent your hard-earned money on it. So you're going to do your damnedest to find a song or two that you liked.
Like one song on there was like good enough.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, all right, well, look, at least I got,
I got this joint that I can play over and over again, put that shit on.
But now it's like you said, people, once they skim through it, if you know, it's damn near.
It's fucked up, man. You know, my father used to work at Warner as a garbage man. And they used to throw the CDs out months before it came out, the demos. He used to bring them home. And I would just listen to them as a kid, and I would pick the singles, you know, like with the ones I liked. I would just like grab a pen and like circle the ones I liked on the CD. and they always ended up being the singles on the radio too, which is fucking funny. So like somehow I ended up being my own like immigrant A&R who didn't speak English but just loved music, you know.
Love it. Talk about like for you, you know, just what was the motivation to you know, obviously come off of doing a country album, Country So Big.
Yeah.
What was the motivation to get back to the grimy rap shit? Because this is really like your first, like, I would say, like in terms of this pocket of hip hop like project.
Yeah, I mean, I've always rapped,
right?
Not,
for sure,
but never this good,
right?
Because
which was by choice.
Yeah, my father got sick, and it kind of fucked me up. And I had to go back home, and I don't know. It was just like I had a hard 4 years of my life, and I don't know. I just like kind of forgot what reality was being in L.A.
Right. Yeah, LA's, dude, if you get put in that industry blender, you end up at all these events, and you're just around all these like super like finicky people who are only around you because of what they think you could do for them. Or
yeah, man. I mean, I went to New York, you know what I'm saying? I just got a whole family in New York, and shit got real, you know what I mean, in my life. And the weather changed, shit got real. I needed to feel something again, so I started to pick up the shit that made me fall in love with it, you know what I mean? And I was like, I just love the shit. And then I had my homie who from high school, my boy Jamal, he go by Jimmy Banks. He's one of my favorite rappers. And I put him on the album, and I was like, you know what, it's time for me to give back to the people that I kind of grew up with. Right. And I put him on the album with me, and it was just like, it was like that. It was like Jordan, Kobe. Like, that's how I felt in school. We would kill that shit every lunchroom. That was my homie. So I kind of wanted to go back to why I started this shit, because for a while it just felt like music was just sad. And I hated these rappers so much. They're so corny and they're lame. And in real life, I would never want to be them, you know? And rap was something that's so special, and it got whack. It got watered down.
Do you feel like the era in which your entry point in terms of like the mainstream of hip hop, did it because you kind of came in during, I would say, the dark ages, I always say.
I mean,
did it kind of like just like because when you're coming in and you're doing what you do and you have the talent that you have, and you've kind of seen like a lot of people, you know, get embraced who were maybe, you know, you were with it at the you know, ground level, but then you see guys like not even to say names, just the SoundCloud era, just people were getting signed off of antics and not music, and you were like a true artist. So like I can only imagine like coming in at that time and trying to compete with fuck shit for real.